All right, and I'm going to give you the lowdown. I got a Tom Tom podcast on the line right here. I'm calling random people just to see how they're doing, how your life's going. I just want to talk to you. Here you go.
Hello there.
Hello there.
How you doing?
Me good. What about you?
I am doing good. This is the Tom Tom Show, the international podcast. So
Sorry? Sorry, what?
this is a podcast coming out of America.
Oh.
So if
Mm-hmm.
you're up for it, we could just chit chat a little bit. That's all I do is talk to people around the world.
Oh, where do you put your podcasts?
It's out everywhere.
May I know your channel's name?
Yeah, it's the Tom Tom Show.
Do you mind if I check it?
Oh, go ahead. I don't mind anything because I'm the one bugging people around the world. So
So, what do you talk about?
anything. I mean, it really is just to see how people are doing, how their day went, and then we talk about whatever we talk about. There's no particular subject that I have to bring up. We don't have to talk about politics. I hate talking about politics. We just kind of chat.
Okay. Wait a second.
Yeah. I'm gonna have a drink of water. Oh, there you go.
This is so fun, man.
It really is. It's fun for me.
So, hit me up. I mean, ask me any question. I don't know if I would be able to answer it, but yeah, let's see.
Yeah. The big question is, how was your day today? Are you doing all right? How was your
My
day?
okay. To answer it, my day has been very a little of everything. So I have been upset almost
Oh no. Why?
the entire day.
Oh.
But later I had a talk, I mean a pep talk to myself, which kind of helped me feel better.
Wow.
So I was feeling that why does love usually leave me?
Oh. Yeah.
Which later changed for me to, and in the sense that while I was journaling, I was writing in my diary,
Yeah.
and I ended up writing that love ends up leaving me.
Yeah.
And then the thought occurred that maybe love is just leading me to becoming more of myself. Yeah. I mean, I
Right.
was upset the entire day. I was missing somebody, and I
Yeah.
was just thinking that why does this happen? If two people love each other so much, why does this have to happen? So I was thinking that, and yeah.
Yeah. No. I'm sorry that you had to. Yeah, that's a tough thing. But I love that you gave yourself a pep talk and you started to feel better. That's beautiful. I know you're not
Hmm.
all better, but you found a way to feel a little better.
Yeah.
Um, and when I was younger, I felt the same way.
How old are you? I
I'm,
mean,
yeah. Oh, don't worry. You can ask me any question you want, and just like with you, if I don't want to answer it, I won't. And I'm gonna ask you questions. Don't answer any question that you don't want to answer. I'm 50.
oh my God, okay.
Yeah.
I'm 24.
Is that a big number?
Yeah, I mean, by your voice, it just felt like you must be in your late 20s or early 30s.
No, no. I assure you that I'm 50 years old, and I have a youthful spirit though. So a lot of people think I'm younger.
Hmm.
But no, when I was younger, I felt if I was had a girlfriend or something, if there was a breakup, it was somebody breaking up with me. That's how it went for a long time. And that was a little heavy. And I wondered how is this ever gonna work? But
Hmm.
and and you just well, you said you were missing somebody. Well,
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's it's very rare to find people who just know what's in your soul, what's in your mind.
yeah.
But you have to let them go, maybe because the timing is not right. I don't know. I don't know if this concept is even right. Yeah, so I think for me, I have been in love twice, like the real love where the other person also loves me, and I know that the feeling is mutual, and
Yeah.
that the love is so intense and real, and I'm not saying it from the perspective of a girl who is in love and who feels like okay, the other person also loves her. I know this. I could feel that,
Yeah.
but we have to part our ways,
Yeah.
which tears the both of us. But yeah, we have to do that.
Yeah.
And that leaves me with a question like, why does love always leave me? So today, when I was writing it in my diary, it just felt like, okay, maybe love is just leading me.
Yeah.
That's
No,
okay.
I like that. That's beautiful.
I don't know if it's beautiful. I don't know if it is beautiful or I'm just trying to make myself feel better. I don't know. I
No,
just
that's
want
what
to
I
feel
mean.
better.
You're
Otherwise,
you're finding a way to make sense of it all. I think that's a good thing.
yeah.
And I have had that
Thank you.
experience where you love someone but you can't be with them. I have had that experience. It's just not either it's not the right time or it's just not going to work out. And you can be in love with somebody and have to let them go. It does
Yeah.
suck, but yeah, you're and how old are you generally? You don't have to tell me exactly how old you are.
I'm 24.
So you are still young. I know you don't feel probably like you're super young, but to somebody like me, you're still young, and there's still
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah, I
time
get it.
to find somebody. And when it does work out, even my wife, when we first started, hanging out and having crushes on each other, it took years for us to finally connect and you know get together. So
Okay.
there were times where I thought, no, it definitely wasn't going to work out between us, and we just kind of faded away from each other, and then eventually we made a life together, and it just had to be the right time. Because also I was very immature when I was young, so
But
yeah,
whatever it was like, I am so happy that it worked out for you because I know that feeling when things work out. So just know that I'm genuinely very happy that
okay.
it did.
No, I appreciate that. Yeah, and I am very grateful for the whole thing.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of luck involved. I was just talking to somebody the other day about this. There is some luck
Mhm.
involved, right?
Okay.
And you have to work hard to make a relationship work, but you got to get lucky.
Lucky, and do you also have to pray about it?
Sure, yeah, that's true. I don't. What
Okay.
kind of praying do you do? I'm just curious.
Praying, I mean, I would just sit quietly like a child with my eyes closed and just go like, God, please, I really want this to happen. I don't know, maybe if the timing is wrong, but if it's wrong, please make me meet this person
All right.
again when the time is right. So a prayer like that, like a very innocent prayer by a child. So that is how it happens
Yeah.
with me. So
No, that's cool. Are you Christian by any chance, or what are you?
no, I am a Hindu only. Like,
Hindu. Okay.
uh, yeah.
No, great. I prayed the other day. I do not pray a whole lot, and
Okay.
I'm not a believer, but I prayed for serenity the other day. I even got on my knees.
Hmm.
So even somebody that doesn't believe can pray. No, and does that make you feel good after you pray? Or maybe reassure
Sorry?
you a little bit? Does it make you feel better? Does it make you feel hopeful?
Yeah, I mean, it just makes me feel like I have, what do we call it? Uh, there's a word. I'm just gonna give you a very specific word.
Sure.
Um, I can't recall that exact word only, and it won't make sense otherwise.
Yeah. No, I got you.
Um, it just feels like I'm not alone.
Yeah.
My wish was uh, God listened to me, and now it's in their hand. If it's good for me, they will make it work out. If it's not, maybe it's true that it's leading me
Right.
to something better.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm still not able to recall the exact word that I wanted to use, but yeah, I hope you
Once
understood what
I
I
do.
meant.
I do actually, and I appreciate it.
So
Once that word pops in, you can tell me.
yeah, maybe when I'll get the word,
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
No, and I coach sports in the town where I live here. And at one of my parks, there's a pastor who kind of gets all the teams together and kind of runs a show. And he's a pastor in a church. And I told him the
Okay.
other day I was worried about some stuff. And I said, yeah, I'm feeling anxious and I've been worrying about this stuff. And he said, well, are you worrying more than you're praying? That's what he asked
Wait,
me.
wait, wait, wait. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Oh,
Actually, the
please
word
do.
is surrendering. The word
Surrendering.
is
Oh, I love
surrendering.
that.
Right.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
No, I'm glad we'll come back to what I was saying. And hopefully it means something. But
Yeah.
no, that's funny.
Yeah.
I
So,
started to put an album out a few years ago and I gave up on it, but it was called
hmm.
Surrendering. I actually named it Surrendering. Um,
Oh, wow.
yeah, and surrendering is a tough concept because to a lot of people, surrendering is weakness. Like you don't surrender. Surrendering to your enemies means you're giving up and you're forfeiting and you're losing. But the other meaning, and what does surrendering mean for you there?
For me, it's beautiful. It's something that I see very beautifully. It's a strength for me, in fact. It's like you free yourself.
Yeah,
And when you free yourself, you feel powerful, in
yeah,
fact.
right.
Um, for me, it's that only. It's like faith in this world, faith in something powerful, and just surrendering yourself into that faith, and then you are free. You're free from worries.
Yeah.
You're just filled with faith.
And you just have to
Um,
accept. Surrendering is probably also a lot like accepting. So,
yeah. So for me, it holds a very beautiful meaning.
yeah,
Not something negative. Definitely not that.
right. In some contexts, people feel like it's negative. No, yeah,
Eh,
surrendering. And I've used that throughout my life, especially if I'm suffering because of my own anxiety or desire. And then once you
Mm-hmm.
surrender, I appreciate those words. And that's what that
Yeah.
pastor said to me the other day. He said, "Are you worrying more than you're praying?"
Mm-hmm.
And I thought,
Mm-hmm.
oh, that's a great way to put it. Like if nothing comes of me worrying. If I sat there and prayed about it, then at least I'm not worrying while I'm praying. You can't
Mm-hmm.
you can't worry and pray at the same time. Is that true?
Yeah. So do you believe in God?
I do not. I don't believe in a a God with like a capital G. Where when I was growing up, when I was young, I was convinced there was somebody up in the sky who was a
Mm-hmm.
man, and that was God. And then I got away from that. But at this point, I do feel like, in a sense, at one point, I tried to adopt a higher power on purpose because I was like, I need this. I need a higher power.
Mm-hmm.
And if
Mm-hmm.
if anything is my higher power right now, it's humanity. It's all the people. That's what I'm going with right now.
Yeah, actually, I mean, you're right to say this, humanity as well. And in fact, God is in us as well. At times, we are the God. I mean, for example, take a financial situation, for example,
Yeah,
you are going through a financial breakthrough in your life and you need to make something happen. And there, if you put your 100% into something, you just say that I'll just make it happen. It's like
yeah,
you are the God yourself and you're making it happen.
yeah,
So while at the same time you're praying that God, please make it happen. But at the same time, while you are putting your 100% into it, it could also mean that the God is in you only.
yeah.
And also the other day, like in the morning, I was on my walk and I just felt like God is always around us.
Yeah. No, that's a great feeling. And I have had feelings like that in my life. Um, but then I became very disappointed when I learned that there wasn't a man up in the outer space that was God.
Yeah.
So then I kind of lost. I
I know.
I rebelled, and I really did rebel too. I've been thinking about this a lot lately. And I came to realize that if you had a connection with God, then you could be alone in a room somewhere, and you actually wouldn't be
Exactly.
alone. And maybe that's the thing about God and prayer that really, really helps people.
Yeah. So I'll also tell you one thing,
Yeah,
very different from how we started this
sure.
conversation. So I have been meaning to host a poetry workshop
A poetry
for a
workshop.
month. Yeah,
Okay.
so I am into writing, I am into
Oh,
poetry. So
nice.
I have been meaning to host that. And I wanted to do that especially for kids who are in the age group of 7 to 14 or 15,
Yeah.
right? And I have not been able to get many inquiries. I had rolled out the form to understand what parents are expecting out of it.
Yeah.
And I got some four inquiries. And one of the inquiry was like there was a form which was a very detailed form. Like I had put questions and I wanted to understand what parents are saying, what parents are expecting out of this.
Hmm.
So this one inquiry was filled very in a very detailed manner, and this person says that he just want to send his cousin, like his 10-year-old cousin, to this poetry workshop because this child recently lost his mother,
Oh.
and because of a surgery, because of a mishappening,
Oh.
because of the doctor's mistake. And this child, for him the home was his mother, and now he just, even though he has a house, he feels homeless. So now this brother, that this cousin of this child, he feels worried about him. So he just mentioned that I want him to be expressive.
Oh,
Right.
sure.
So when I read that, I just felt like I want to be with this child
Yeah.
at the moment. I want to make this child feel safe in any possible manner. And I don't care if they are willing to pay for it or not. I don't care about that. I don't want their money. I just want to be with this child. I want this child to be in my workshop. So I just felt like it's just the God's way.
Yeah.
God is there. That is why I was able to connect with this stranger, a complete stranger, and I got to know about this child.
Right. And that's also how God works, though, is if you're able to help that child and you're able to help him
Yes.
through that, that's how
Like
it works.
even my objective, or I don't know, perspective changed, like something that I wanted to, I wanted to keep minimal fees to it. I'm not even caring about that. And
Yeah.
like, okay, I'll keep the entire workshop free
No, that's
so
sweet.
that people do not have to care, like, okay, their parents won't be able to afford that. I don't care now. I just care about the child, about the kids. So I just feel like maybe the God is in me, maybe the God is between us, maybe the God is
Yep.
in that child, or maybe it's the God just watching us. It could be anything, but
Yeah. Well, and
yeah.
and in the Bible it says God is good, and if you're doing good and you're even just
Mm-hmm.
doing one good thing, I mean
Mm-hmm.
that's what I think. I think that's where God would work. Yeah. Well, that's sweet.
Yeah.
Are you not charging anyone? Did you say? Or you're not charging?
Yeah.
Just
Yes,
so that
yes.
everyone. Oh, that's sweet. That's really sweet.
Yeah.
I
Yeah. This is my plan now.
That's wonderful. Is that child signed up? Like they're definitely going to be in the class?
Yes, I'm gonna get the confirmation from them,
Yeah.
and now I'm not gonna tell them, okay, I'm not charging anything. I'll just let them know that this is something that nobody has to pay for.
Right.
Just
Oh,
show up. Just
that
show up with just love.
and that child may very well get a lot out of that. That's wonderful. I
Yeah.
I coach sports like I was saying in the city, and um there is something about being of service to other people that
Mm-hmm.
I value immensely. And there's times where I'm even trying to be of service to people, and maybe they don't even say thank you. They don't need to say thank you. I'm doing it because there are people that need service. And there's going to be times in
Mm-hmm.
both of our lives where we're going to need other people to help us and to get us through a tough time.
Right.
And if everybody took care of everybody else, I think the world would be a pretty good place.
Exactly. Right.
You know?
I love that.
And now we got all sorts of bad stuff happening in the world, but I'm tired of talking and thinking about all that stuff. That's something
Yeah,
out
I
of our
get that.
control. Yeah. Yeah.
I totally get that.
That's wonderful. Poetry workshop. So you write a lot of poetry?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. I used to when I was younger. I wrote more songs, but
Mm-hmm.
that's pretty cool. Do you have them on a website or anything, or do you just write them and are they secret?
No, actually, I do share my writings, and I usually do that on my Instagram. And I recently also built my online magazine, literary online magazine.
Oh, cool. Wow.
So yeah, I'll be just connecting with writers there and having writing retreats and also doing poetry workshops for kids under that umbrella.
Oh, very cool. And are you okay if our episode goes up on the website, or do you want me to not publish
No,
it?
no, that's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
I just
As long as it's anonymous, as long as I
Yep.
stay anonymous there.
Yes. No, there's a guy in Chile who I made a
Okay.
name up for him, and we just call him Joe every time. And there's been people that I've had conversations with, and at the end of a conversation, after 45 minutes, they're like, "No, I don't want you to publish this content." And I'm like, "Okay."
Okay.
So there's all sorts of stuff that we just delete. And,
So how do you usually record this?
usually, I go on Google
Mm-hmm.
Maps, and I used to work with the guy over the last few months, and we would go on Google Maps and we'd find random places to call, like a laundromat or a restaurant or a bar or a fishing shop. And that was fun as hell. And I'm still going to do that. But
Okay.
it was kind of hard to find people sometimes. Or if we were calling, let's say we're calling Japan and we're calling people at work, sometimes they don't speak English. Sometimes they're like, "I'm at work. I can't talk to you right now." So it
Mm-hmm.
was hard. And then this website, I realized people actually do generally want to talk. Some people on this website are just practicing their English. So they're just like, they're up for a conversation. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I just kind of every once in a while record.
That's great. I'm so glad that you're still pursuing your dreams and
Yeah.
or something like a passion project. I'm glad that you're doing that.
Yeah, I am too. It actually, it's pretty sweet. It's made my life better because I can't believe that I'm connecting with all these different people. So,
Yeah, and I think I can imagine that it must be an experience for you because you're connecting with people of all ages,
yeah,
of all, yeah. So from a child, from a totally, I mean, do you connect with older people? Do you get the chance to connect with
yeah,
somebody older
yeah.
in
One fella
you
must have
do?
been 80. Yeah.
Oh my God,
Oh,
that's lovely. You found them here?
that was a random call, uh, out in California. And then I'm sure that another couple of folks were in their 60s. So yeah, all sorts of people. But no, it's fun to talk to everyone. And
Yeah.
that is what I do. Well, I'm glad that we got to talk about God. That was actually, that's been on my mind lately. And maybe I have to pray a little bit more.
That's great.
Well, this was a wonderful call. And you send me an email if you want to. If you don't want to, it's all good too. And then love is going to find you at some point, especially since you sound like a sweet person and a nice person. So you just keep
Thank you
going.
so much.
No, I believe it. I can see it. I think love is definitely going to find you. So don't worry about it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
They're so kind.
All right. Well, you have a wonderful day and thank you for talking.
Yeah, thank you for doing this. I'm so glad.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, all right. Have a good day.
All right. I
Thank you.
appreciate it. Bye bye.
Yeah. Bye bye.